The king of kings. Choppa for the win.
Hey Choppa, Shelby and Maui here. I am so looking forward to this weekend because we are celebrating 25 years of Pokemon. It is so exciting and an incredible anniversary. I remember playing the original Red and Blue games back on my good old Game Boy back in the day. I would love for you to make a Magikarp cake. Magikarp can evolve and even mega evolve into something rather extraordinary. And Choppa, I choose you.
G'day guys, welcome back to Cakes by Choppa. Thank you for that, Shelby. I couldn't resist opening the video dressed as Squirtle, so I hope you enjoy this cake. Let's get started. Now the first thing you're gonna do is get yourself a Nerdy Crafter shirt and then print off the Cakes by Choppa template from my Facebook page. Once you've cut out all your pieces from the template, we can start carving the cake. Just be sure to keep this board template because it's got all the extra pieces for the details. Placing your wooden board template on, we're going to go around the edge, making sure your knife is vertical, and you want to cut that out nice and flat. Then we're going to sort of taper in the edges around the side to make it look like more of a plaque, because Magikarp's going to be mounted on this plaque. Now taking a cake leveler, we're going to go through and level this off so it's got a nice flat finish and it'll look like wooden grain when we put the fondant over. You don't want it wonky or it's just going to throw the whole cake off. Go again and level that in half so we can add a filling. Now I've got here some delicious chocolate ganache. I've added some golden Gaytime crumbs to this. It's going to give it a nice crunchy texture. If you don't have access to the golden Gaytime crumble, just use some crunched up cookie or biscuit crumbs. Mix that through and you get this delicious ganache. Once you've put your filling in, you're going to place the lid back on, give it a crumb coat all the way around. We're going to taper out the edges a little bit to give this that little bevel. I think that's what it's called. Good work, Choppa. Then we're going to take some brown fondant, lay that over the top, trim off the edges and give it a wood grain and a light dusting with petal dust. I've switched to a larger brush and applying a lot more to get that real deep wood grain. And if you want to avoid this, you can just do a plain brown fondant. I just like the texture of this because it doesn't, it looks more dry and woodified. Now that the plaque is done, we can move on to Magikarp himself. Just make sure I've got the right shape of him. Perfect. Now I'm just going to taper this down ever so slightly at the front. Take out the little dip for his mouth. Then we're going to go around his whole body and just round him off so he looks more like a fish. We're not just doing half a fish, we're doing the 3D sitting on a plank. Now we're going to go back to our beautiful ganache, cover him all over. I'm just doing a very thin coat of ganache because we're going to put modelling chocolate over the top of him and we don't want to have it sliding around too much. Now that we've applied the chocolate glue, we're going to take our orange modelling chocolate. I've done some yellow and some white as well. I think this is just going to be easier. If I tried this with fondant, it'll just droop a lot quicker unless you set them off the side. I don't want to wait, so I'm going to use the quick and easy technique of using the modelling chocolate. So I've rolled out the orange modelling chocolate and I've got it lifted a little bit thicker so we can shape and mould. Just cover that over and then push that in. Try not to get any pleating. You can massage it in, but if you try and avoid it, it's less work for yourself. At this stage, it's going to look a little rough. Just gently go over with your finger and rub that down and you'll get a nice smooth finish, just like fondant. Okay, once you've got Magikarp's body covered in the modelling chocolate, we're going to use our template and bring it over, place that on top and just give him the markings to give me spatial awareness. Just go around your template, follow all the markings on his body, and then we'll move on to the next step. If your modelling chocolate tears up a little bit, just tap it down with your finger ever so gently. We're going to roll out a little snake and it's taper off at the end. I'm going to bring that down across here to give him that brow that's at the top of his head. You can use your finger or a soft tip tool to give this little brow a bit of definition.
Squirtle!
Get out. Wait till the end of the video.
Squirtle, Squirtle.
Use the tool to give it a little bit of soft definition.
Squirtle,
And
Squirtle.
you can highlight where that brow goes and smooth out any of the little lines. Taking a little bit of your white modelling chocolate or fondant, whichever you choose. I'm going to roll a ball for the eye. Chop that in half, measure it on your template. Make sure it's the right size. Then we'll place that onto your cake. All right, to do his top fins, tail and side fin, we're going to use some parchment paper, roll out the white modelling chocolate, cut out those shapes that are on here, put them on top of the parchment paper and then pop them in the fridge to set firm so we can apply them. One of the last things to do for Magikarp is make his little whisker things. So I'm just gonna roll out a snake using my fondant smoother. So I'm gonna get that nice and thin, shape them in the way they are on the template, and place them in the freezer too. So we've got our plaque. We're going to take Magikarp, gently lift him up, place him towards the front. So once you've pasted him onto the plaque, we're going to take the side fin and we're just going to warm that piece up so we can mold it in. Then the tail we can actually angle, just pushing that to rest up against. Now I'm going to use a little tool here and cut the bottom just to make a little opening. Same on the top. Now if these are too soft for you to do this, just pop them back into the freezer for 5-10 minutes. Push that into the line, tuck that in half and under there. Take the larger one, pushing off there. Now I just did a pair of lips that I wasn't quite happy with, so I've taken them off. I just pushed in with my thumb a little bit to give a dint for the mouth. So now that I'm happy with the dint in of the mouth, I've made a pink ring out of fondant and I'm going to put that on, gently just adhering it to the top and then pushing the lips into where they should be. And just using my rubber tool to try and blend that seam so it's harder to notice. And there's a much better pair of lips for Magikarp. Last but absolutely not least, we're going to give him a black dot on his eye, and it needs to have that really derpy look that Magikarp has. Then I'm going to dip my paintbrush into the food dye and just gently go in. Now I'm just going to go around and clean up any little bits that I think need attention. If you have a little bit of color contamination like I do on the tail, I've just got a wet cloth, but anywhere you want to clean it up, just drag that over the top.
All right, once you've got all your pieces put on, you have finished your Magikarp cake. It's a throwback to the original game where he was available for $500. So Shelby, I hope I did you proud. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the cake. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out Shelby's channel. It's Shelby on Safari. There's a card up there. Now, if you're a Pokemaster, you need this cake. You need to check out Shelby's content. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.
That was so cheesy.
Ow! My ear. All right, wait, where? I can't see. Of course that would happen.